What's up, YouTube and Facebook, and welcome to Not Quite Mint. I'm Tom, and today we're doing our comic haul video where we're going to show off some of the bits that we've been picking up over the last 2 weeks and do a little bit of a review of the stuff as well. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So guys, we are here to talk about what we've been picking up and show off some of our bits and pieces. First off, Rich is not with me again tonight. He's, not here. So I put the bat signal out, the Not Quite Mint bat signal out to see who I could get to come on the channel. And we have got the Mint from Not Quite Mint joining us tonight. We've got Ben Crampton.
I think it'd be a spearmint, if anything. Spearmint? Do you remember at school they used to say that spearmint polos reduce your sperm count?
Do you know what? I didn't know that, and I don't remember that at all.
Okay, well, here I am.
Well, on that note, I probably should invite our other guest in, which is the Diamond Geezer that is Geeky Guy Comics. How are you, mate?
Hello. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 and all that. Thank you for bringing your hats, guys.
That's all right. It's all right. Ben likes to dress up anyway.
I was just contractually obliged to wear the hat. I'm really not in it spiritually. I realized as well, we kind of go down grades in like fluffiness. So like Tom's really fluffy. And then Charlie, you're like a little bit less fluffy, but still some fluff there. And my fluff went a long time ago.
It's almost like life, mate. I'm a bit fluffy around the outside. This is the hat I wore, right? So I met my missus 9 years ago at a house party. I was wearing this hat, and it was the whole reason she spoke to me.
Have you dry cleaned it since?
No.
Gross.
Of course I have. It's been cleaned. I think my mum cleaned it for me, took it out and cleaned it for me.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, good old mum. She's probably watching, mate, so be careful.
No, I always appreciate her views.
Always appreciate views. So we are here to discuss what we've been picking up, basically, guys, in the last couple of weeks. So anyone want to go first? Anyone want to show what you've been picking up, what you've got? Any cool covers, any cool comics? What have you got?
Charlie, I'll be a gent and let you take the lead.
Go on, Charlie.
Because then things can only get better.
Yeah. This is the one that I picked up yesterday. You might have seen it, but this is the foil cover of Power Rangers Mighty Morphin #1. And I'll tell you what, I got this for cover price. Now this is flipping on eBay for like 16, 17, 20 odd quid. I was in Gosh Comics in Soho yesterday, managed to pick this up for £4.50, I think it was. Amazing cover.
Steal.
I've picked up Power Rangers #2, which we looked at, which we're going to look at, I guess. And then I've got a lot on pre-order of the Batman. See, I've been going through the phase of buying the Batman run with the standard cover and the Matina covers. So I kind of get 2 covers every week. So I'm waiting for them to come through. I've continued reading The Endless Winter. That's been a pretty good run. I think there was Superman, there was Wonder Woman, and there was Teen Titans and stuff. But I'm kind of involved in Boom Studios at the moment. Like everything, 7 Secrets, Something is Killing the Children. Not much to report, really. I'm loving that. Batman 105, which I'm sure we'll get into, was all right.
Yeah,
mate, it was more than all right. That was a game changer, 105.
Yeah, that's the one that came out this week, isn't it? With there's a bit of Clown Hunter action going on in it, isn't it?
I just think it's like a really big issue in terms of like character development and stuff, like with the slight spoiler warning, I guess, but yeah, Clown Hunter and Harley Quinn obviously have a moment, and I think there's a sort of defining moment in Clown Hunter's journey, and yeah, obviously the decision that Batman makes at the end of the book, I think, is a bit of a game changer. So I sort of wasn't realizing it was going to be, that kind of like, oh right, okay, they're going in that direction. It's a good book, and it's got Clown Hunter.
Oh, you love the Clown Hunter, right? And I get that, and
maybe love him more than certain family members. Yes,
that's fair enough, and I think it's going to be great. But I mean, like, I've been with the comics that I've been collecting. I've only picked up a few this week. I got bumped, so I can't get to my LCS on a Wednesday because I work.
Yeah.
So I can't get there. So with a place in space, when you pre-order them and you like say there's comics that come out straight away, and then you've got to pre-order ones that come out in 3 or 4 weeks later, they won't send you your order until that pre-orders come in and then they ship it. So you could end up 3 or 4 months down the line, you still ain't got no comics because you pre-ordered one comic that doesn't come out until January.
Is that Forbidden Planet that you've done?
No,
that
that's a place in space.
Oh yes,
So
no, you said this yesterday.
I'm based in Croydon. They're 15 minutes away. Now I can't get there, so I said to Tom, I was like, right, just send me my comics that I've got in store. Thinking I was going to be about 30 quid. £128 hit me with. I was like, wow. There was 34 comics, right? And to be fair, it was a pretty big box. Came through the door. My wife was like, I don't even want to go there. And I'm opening it up, and there was Matina covers there. There was like so many. There was Wolverine, black, white, and red. There were so many covers there, and I was like, wow. If I was to go through all these now, it'd be the hour gone. But they're the most important ones I've been picking up. But Batman 105 for me, I didn't like it.
Really? I've still got to read mine, but I know all the bits of spoilers about that one because I haven't actually had my delivery this week. So I've got last week's comics to show you. But yeah, I didn't get my my Batman, but I get the 1 in 25 covers for the Batman from Comic. Is it quite a good deal? But I haven't read that yet. But I've heard good things from people that like Clown Hunter, and I've heard bad things from people that really enjoy Batman comics. So
I don't think the art's great. You know, I think obviously without last few issues, without what's his face doing it, you know, it's dropped a little bit in quality. But no, I just think the story is was really interesting, and yeah, it's fun to kind of be on this journey with Clown Hunter because Batman Annual, which is going to be the next one.
Yeah, that's
Batman's not going to come back now till March.
Because of
106 isn't until March
because of the Future State.
Oh mate, I'm so excited for Future State.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it works for them. You know, as much as like some of Marvel's, you know, new, younger, or sort of reimagined characters have, but we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of like unprogressive haters out there of certain things, so I hope that they don't kind of ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
AGP.
But see, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like for me, Clown Hunter is a great character. Like he's a great character, and in 105, the way that he, at the end of 104, like me and Perpetual Comics touched on it. The artwork in 104 was shocking for me. Yeah, we touched on Clown Hunter. We gave me a little tickle. But the artwork, there was 3 artists working on Batman 104, right? And considering that is their main bread and butter going forward, like in the story arc and stuff, they're on 104 issues. That's their main point of contact. To have 3 artists on it, it was shocking. Like the artwork on it was like reading a kid's comic that you'd get in a Sunday Times or something, in a Sunday paper. You know what I mean? It was shocking.
I was gonna say, I don't think the Sunday Times do comics, mate.
I would start buying the Sunday Times if like there were Batman stories in the back.
Yeah, I would start buying the Sunday Times as well, mate.
But I
see what you mean. The artwork, like the thing is that clearly something's not been planned well because I think those last few issues have obviously had various people working on them. From 106, I think it starts a new kind of ongoing and more consistency, I think, with the writer and artist. So maybe it was just a case of kind of just getting to that point, and they just kind of pulled in any old Tom, Dick, and Harry.
And Harry. That's what we should have put our names as: Tom, Dick, and Harry.
I'm Dick.
Is it too late to change it? It is.
I don't know. Can we? Yeah, it probably is a bit. Yeah.
No, don't challenge me to do anything. I can't do it. But yeah, no, hey, each to their own. But with respect, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
I don't think I am.
No.
I really don't, honestly. Like, and Harry, like, I've done it. Why is it no one else doing it?
Yeah, Tom's already there, mate. So I've got to check. Got to swap up, Crampton.
I'm on my phone. I don't know how to do this.
Can I get it for you?
I think, look, right, if I put it like this, Clown Hunter. Clown Hunter is a great character. At the end of Batman 100, he started to come into it. Tynion knew that he had a plan for this, and I'll mention this to Crampton. Like, Crampton's a massive fan of Clown Hunter, and so be it. He's a great character. But my argument for 105 was the fact that Batman and Ghostmaker, like, you've just kind of abruptly ended, and now you're walking off down the yellow brick road holding hands. Like, come on. Like, yeah, we know you've grown up together. We know you've travelled the earth, and you've travelled and you've found your inner self, and you found your inner sanctum, and you've tried to become like polar opposites of each other, like the white and shining armour, and then you've got the Dark Knight. But it's kind of like, where's the battle scenes? It literally ended like that, and that was it.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about that bit. Because obviously people have been ramping up the fact that Ghost Hunter was going to be this new kind of villain going into the Batman universe. Is going to make a huge impact because he's kind of like you said, the polar opposite to Batman, but doing the same sort of thing. And then they've just kind of like, yeah, it's all right, no, so we're all good. See you later.
I don't think it'll last. I don't think that harmonious relationship will last. But I mean, I've always preferred Batman working on his Todd, so I'm hoping it doesn't last anyway. Because for me, having another member of the Bat family, I'm not about that.
Like, I've been reading The Curse of the White Knight, Batman the White Knight. Oh my god, it's insane. It's like now
Sean Murphy, mate. He's absolutely incredible writer.
And Matt Hollingsworth. Is it Hollingsworth? Who's the artist? He was there on that as well. Now I'm up to date with Harley Quinn, Batman Presents and stuff. And when you read that story, the dark and disturbingness, the artwork, like the intentional dark graphics of it, and then you go back over to Batman 105.
Yeah, but you can't, I mean, yeah. I do see what you're saying, and I think the artwork is maybe the biggest player in that. Have we seen Harley Quinn's new outfit that's going to be in the White Knight Harley Quinn thing number 5?
I don't think I have. No.
Little cheeky grey number with like a hood. It's really cool. It's nice.
I'll have to check that out because she's against this new character, isn't it? This Scarlet character. It's almost like a throwback to the Great Gatsby kind of style, isn't she?
Yeah. I think they're going down that noir sort of road, aren't they? Which is cool. It's cool, and it really works, I think, for Gotham. Like, I love my favourite versions of Gotham, either kind of in film or whatever. It either needs to be really realistic, or it needs to be like really surreal and kind of, so for me it's like Tim Burton did the kind of surreal and abstract, and it worked. And then you had Christopher Nolan do and the Joker film do the kind of ultra realistic and stuff. So it's when you kind of get caught in between that Batman and Robin did, where it all goes wrong. Right, shall I show you some books then?
Yes, please. Yeah. Sorry, I've sidetracked.
Is that all you've got, Geeky? Just those two you're going to show?
Yeah, just them ones that I'm picking up and reading.
Right, see you later. Go on, then off you go. You're dead. See you.
Go on.
Bye.
Right, so I've got quite a large package.
I've got quite a large.
No, so this is from a dear friend of mine, Mr.
Is
David.
Reindeer?
Believe it or not, I have some friends. I can count them on my hands. But yes, David French, otherwise known as King Clicks on my videos. So if you ever watch my Hero Clicks videos, I sometimes cut to Castle Clicks and King Clicks, who is basically a strange drunk man in what looks like a hoarder's flat, showing his hero clicks. And that is my dear friend Dave French, and he has a whole range of Silver Age, Bronze Age, just fantastic comic book collection. You can go to his Facebook page, which is the Big Bar Gang. So it's like the Big Bang, but bar gang sort of thing.
The Big Bar Gang.
Yeah, so it's the big, and then BAR, and then GANG. I think that's what it is. So do search for that. And he's also on Instagram at Everything a Geek Needs. if you are interested in picking up some really fantastic deals from him, they are on there. But let's just go through this bumper pack that I got this morning.
Awesome, mate.
So
That's
I am
great
yet to kind of read through everything and stuff, but a lot of it are classic tales that we all know at the back of our hands. So first and foremost, the Amazing Spider-Man number 80, which is a awesome chameleon cover. Really kind of strange phantom ghost-like appearance of the chameleon.
Proper classic, that one, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes. And speaking of classics, 84. So this is Kingpin. I think he at one point he rolls Spider-Man up in a rug and just beats the rug. And as you all know, Kingpin is my brother from another mother. I love him dearly, so I was very happy to have that in my collection. And this is quite a special one. So this is Amazing Spider-Man 97, which, for those eagle-eyed viewers, you may notice that there is no approved by Comics Code Authority stamp. So this was one of the, if not one, the only kind of modern age Marvel book that officially wasn't approved by the Comics Code Authority, and that's because there's a drug story in it. So there's like a reference to drugs and stuff in it. So they didn't approve it, but they still kind of went ahead and published it and stuff. So a really kind of cool historical number, that. And skip forward 546, and that is the first, I believe it's the first Dan Slott book on Spider-Man. So, I mean, he's sort of turned into one of my favorite, writers of Spider-Man ever.
Nice. It looks nice, that cover.
Pretty momentous book, that as well. We've got the Champions, number 9. So a great appearance of Crimson Dynamo, Titanium Man, and Dark Star. And I think, these kind of names are potentially names that are going to be popping up in MCUs and stuff like that soon. So I'm getting Champions number 1, hopefully, in the next couple of months from Mr. Dave.
For me, because I didn't know they did a previous Champions run, because I've obviously been reading the most recent version of the last 10, 15 years. I didn't know
kids like Viv and Cyclops and that.
Yeah, I didn't realize they'd done an old school Champions.
Yeah, and it's just like such a random great group. And I'm sort of collecting a lot of Ghost Rider keys and stuff anyway, so with that, I kind of need I need that champion taste. Another favourite character of mine is Sandman, and this is a Nova book. So Sandman had a horrendous superhero outfit at one point. So I think his most iconic look is obviously the kind of green stripy jumper and the khaki trousers, but this is him in his terrible super villain kind of costume.
It looks like a throwback from is it the Wrecking Crew, Thor's Wrecking Crew?
It is very much of that.
It looks like the Jolly Green Giant.
But I love this bastard. I do. I think he's horrible, and I love him. So that's a really cool book. And then, Tom, I think you're going to appreciate this. I've got some Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
So,
you guys love X-Men, don't you? You love X-Men.
120, which is, of course, the first appearance of Alpha Flight. So,
you've got the Pence version as well. That's wicked.
Yeah, a lot of these are Pence versions. I'm not bothered. Like, for me, if I've got the comic, I've got the comic, and I'm not particularly bothered about being, 2.8, 5.12, 6.9. I don't care. I've just got the comic, and that's kind of what gives me the thrill. But yeah, so this is first appearance of Alpha Flight, which is really cool. That was also what put Dino, Comico Dino, quite high on the leaderboard of birth month books. Remember when I used to have a YouTube channel? I remember. I vaguely remember. And then very festively, we've got issue number 143. And this is kind of an iconic cover. It's almost like a homage to Alien.
I got one of these in a bundle about 2 months ago, And I got it out. I was really happy. Started rebagging and board it because the bags were all a bit knackered. Took it out. Literally, the outer sleeve of the comic just went. I was like, great, that's exactly what I wanted. Then I went to put it
cover and the back.
Yeah, the cover completely
no.
came off. Went to put it back, and then 5 pages out of the middle fell out.
Oh no!
Hello, darkness, my old
Exactly.
friend. That is a soul-crushing moment. Well, anyway, mine's in Geek, Nick.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
See ya. Yeah, so no, that's just such an awesome cover, and it's such a great story as well. If you're a Kitty fan, it's basically Kitty's kind of trapped in the house with just like one brood, and it's just such an awesome story. And then we've got issue 161, which is a really nice kind of Magneto and Professor Xavier story, really cool cover. We've got 167 again, and I'm repeating myself, but so many of these covers are iconic.
Yeah.
Ben, do you know what? One of my favorite comics is, we've got the same cover. It's the what one is it? Is where they're at the carnival.
Oh yes, yeah. It looks like arcade, but it's not arcade, is it? It's like
I'm not really
It's like a pinball thing.
Yeah.
No. Pinball is an arcade cover. It's like a carnival one, like Step Right Up. We've got the freaks of the X-Men, and they're like some of the dressed up.
That cover. I'm gonna have to get it now because I feel left out.
I mean, I'm not really a lover of the X-Men, I'll be honest. And it's kind of, I just feel like it's all over the place. There's like too much going on and stuff. But it's one of them covers. That's probably one of the only comics that I've read and really enjoyed. But I mean, it's just, I want to get back into X-Men again, but I feel like I've kind of missed the boat now.
No, not at all. I mean, there's lots of. The thing is, it's impossible, even as an X-Men fan like myself. There's tons of X-Men I haven't read. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's impossible to do everything. And it's the same if someone wanted to kind of get into Spider-Man and stuff. It's impossible to read. Even Spider-Man fanatics have not read every single Spider-Man. It's near enough impossible. I guess you just got to kind of pick an era and a story arc and stuff. If you want a recent thing, I do think the House of X stuff has been good.
Yeah, the House of X, Power of X was
poor X of Swords.
Don't read X of Swords.
No, I don't think I will. I mean, I've got the giant size X-Men. I read that. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, giant X-Men.
Anyway, last Uncanny is 194, which is a great.
Look at that cover, man.
That's wicked.
Nimrod. This is Nimrod.
That's wicked.
How would you describe him, Tom? Like a Sentinel, advanced Sentinel kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like imagine like Iron Man nanobot kind of armor, but without Tony Stark in it. That's kind of what Nimrod's like. He's like made of like awesome sentient nanobots, and he's just he learns, which is why he's a really cool character, because he just learns to beat the shit out of the X-Men.
Yeah,
that is a great cover though. Like, X-Men do amazing covers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, this is like
Ben. Is this one part of the Chris Claremont run? 194. Or
I believe he was still on at that point. It's a John Romita Jr. cover. I can't remember which one it is. I feel like it might be this one that was the last of John Byron's work.
Yeah.
So I think that's the last one of that. So yeah, I'm not sure. Someone will have to fact check me on that, which I'm sure they will.
Oh, hopefully the Grey Man's in the comments somewhere at some point, and he'll say something.
Yeah, God bless that bearded hobo.
Right.
And lastly, in that package from Dave French is another festive number, the Marvel Holiday Special, which is a lovely Fantastic Four and Spider-Man cover. I wouldn't be up for having Johnny Storm decorate, though. I feel like he's literally flaming the tree, which doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but there we go. And just a couple of kind of things that I've just picked up myself as well, aside from all that.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry. How long have we got? 2 hours? Great.
2.5 hours, 3 maybe.
I mentioned there about.
He hasn't got his own show.
I feel bad now, Geeky. You flashed us too, and I've literally got a strip club.
That's all right.
Right. Yes. So I mentioned earlier about MCU speculation and things like that, and I have picked up this before, I think it will go up and up and up in value as a key. And this is the beginning of the Armor Wars story. So it's issue 225.
Ah, right. Yeah, cool.
It's the start of Armor Wars, which is, of course, the title of one of the new, Disney Plus. I think it's going to be a series. So that's quite exciting. And it's also just a great story. It's got Stiltman in. You can't argue.
Cool cover as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like one of those really sort of memorable covers, which I like to. I'm a very sporadic collector, and one of the key things I always look out for are those kind of key covers and memorable covers and things. I never picked up all the keys for Null. I never picked up, your Venom Freeze and your, Mighty Thor first appearance of Gore and things like that. And obviously now, like a mug, I scroll eBay and they're all hundreds of pounds. So this was nice because this is a way for me to kind of feel like I still own those key books. So this is an anthology, so it's quite thick, and it's got a stunning cover. It's a Leon Hayek cover. And he never gets it wrong in my eyes.
Is that Marvel Tales?
Yeah, Marvel Tales. No,
yeah, Marvel Tales.
Last week, was it last week, Ben? It came
last
out
week. Yeah. So it's got a collection of basically key books around the Null mythology to kind of introduce people to him. So again, if you're jumping in at King in Black and you've not really been reading Venom or whatever, it's great to pick up and just kind of familiarize yourself with it. And speaking of King in Black, I got my tattoo variant.
That's cool.
Do you know what? It's so different. I feel like I've never really seen anything like this before, and I didn't realize there's going to be a series of them. Yeah. So
issue 2's got quite a nice one on it.
Issue 2 is my favorite one. I think. Yeah. I don't like the third issue, and I haven't seen beyond that. But the second issue with is kind of like Death, isn't it? But in a Null
little side situation, yeah.
And obviously, as a man who is heavily tattooed and stuff, I really kind of enjoy the aesthetic of those classic tattoo designs. And I'm not going to lie, if I had room, I would have been all over getting something like that or issue 2 on my arm. But I haven't. I've only got my chest, and I'm very wobbly up there. So, and lastly, and then I'll, let everyone else have.
I love this. I love this.
So this is the Heroes at Home. Now, I didn't realise it was like a pocket book. I thought it was a comic, like an idiot. I just kind of ordered it. And I ordered it anyway because I thought, you know what, this is history. Like, this is a historic book. And Marvel, comics in general, from what I've seen, it's only really been Ice Cream Man, the Lockdown one. That kind of touches on, COVID and lockdown and things like that. And Marvel hasn't really, addressed it as a subject matter in any of the books. So I thought it was a really kind of historical thing to own, Marvel characters referencing working from home. And it's really kid-like. It is really, like, if you want a book for your kids, then I would highly recommend that because it's kid-friendly. And there's not a lot of, speech in it and things like that. It's just kind of like a fun comic strip, old
perfect
school.
For Tom. Perfect for Tom.
That's how I read Power Rangers yesterday.
No, but I thought that was great. Like, honestly, like the way that they go through like the Zoom calls, the cooking, the hair cutting, the tidying up. I thought it was wicked. And as Ben said, it touches on everything. If you want to sit down with your kids and read a comic that ain't got a lot of dialogue, great pictures. Like, for me, one of the best ones was the Captain Marvel sketch.
Yeah.
But
I just think it will go up and up as well in value if you are one of these guys who want to own books that will eventually be worth quite a lot. I think that will be, because I don't think they'll print a huge amount of them either because of the kind of thickness and size of it and stuff. So get your copy of Heroes at Home if you haven't already. And that's me. I mean, I've got lots going on book-wise, which I clearly couldn't bring them all on. So if you do want to go to my Instagram,
if you're ever going to bring 2 on, and I've only got a small stack, you can bring all of them on, Ben.
Mate, I was just scratching the surface. That's just scratching the surface. But yeah, so, and do go check out the Big Bargain over on Facebook and get some good deals from Dave French.
That's a great Ben. That's a great haul, mate.
Yeah, that's an awesome haul, mate.
Thanks, guys. I'm feeling strong.
That's what this is all about, bringing your hauls to the game. I mean, Geeky's got a massive haul, but he's not going to show us because he's not got hours to show us.
Which is what I'm word for it.
One of the books you mentioned, Geeky, was the Wolverine Red, Black, and Black, White, and Blood. Yeah. Was it any good, that? Because I've not read that one.
See, I enjoyed it, right? So, like, out of all the X-Men, I like the Wolverine. Wolverine's my favourite. And obviously, the Marvel Tales did a Wolverine stuff as well, so that tied in. But the artwork, for me, was wicked. And the story, wherein issue number 2 came out last week, it's getting better and better. It's really enjoyable. And it's kind of taking him back to old school Wolverine, which...
When's it set?
It's kind of set like in, so the first issue is set like in I think it's in like not an apocalyptic universe type of thing, but it's kind of set, it's set in the past, but there's modern day elements in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of futuristic and stuff like that. But I mean, issue 2, I got halfway through it and was like, I've now got to go and be a dad and do something. But it's definitely, I would 100%, the artwork, the story in it is great. It's definitely, like, for X-Men fans, it's definitely worth picking up. And the covers are fantastic.
Because he's about to get his 350th solo issue where they're going to bring Maverick back. I mean, Maverick's one of my favorite what would you call it?
Mutants?
Weapon X characters.
Oh, right, okay.
I kind of fell in love with him through the TV series, which is pretty cool.
The design of Maverick is pretty timeless, isn't it? Have you, Tom, read, while we're on the subject of X-Men, have you read, any of the post X of Swords stuff?
Marauders. I've read the most recent.
How brilliant is Marauders?
Marauders is probably my favorite book. I'm so disappointed that they even thought about using them as part of the X of Swords run. I think they've just ruined that little bit. I'm just happy that it's back on track, and what happened with Sebastian Shaw was just insane. It's such,
if you really want like a kick-ass, who run the world girls moment.
Absolutely, mate.
Marauders. It's really awesome. It's like Emma Frost at her. She couldn't have been more Emma Frost than she was in that book, and I loved it. I really did. I read X-Force earlier as well.
I've not read that one yet. That one's on my.
I won't give any spoilers, but it was okay. It was okay. I'm very anxious because we still don't really know what the crack is with Quentin Quire and stuff, because he got abducted or whatever, didn't he?
Well, yeah, like you said, he was in X of Swords. So what's that all about?
What is X of Swords all about? Full stop.
Full stop. Yeah. Mic drop. Boom. What is X of Swords?
What you got then, Tom?
Right. So I've got some bits and pieces to show you, and then I've got a couple of bits from the website to show you as well. But I got the 1 in 100 variant for King in Black, which I'm extremely pleased with. I'm not really certain on who the artist is, but it's very. Do you guys know? I'm trying to think of his name. Simon Bisley. You heard of Simon Bisley? It's very similar to his kind of art style. It's very, very cool. I love it. I think it's great, and I love that this guy's got a little really happy T-shirt on. Have a nice day. Almost looks a bit like a Watchman job. So I got that one. Also, I got Venom issue 31 come through the post. So I've finally been able to catch up on what's going on in King in Black. So what's happened to Eddie after the whole situation that happened in the first issue of King in Black. So
we still don't know, really, do we? It was like, that was the only thing for me. It felt like that issue of Venom, like, was a bit of an afterthought. It was a bit like, we're not going to do anything too impactful in this because we're going to do it in King in Black #2. Do you know what I mean? That's what it felt like.
He basically just falls the entire issue.
The whole issue.
The whole issue. From start to finish, he just falls.
How tall is that building?
Exactly. I mean, that's just
just goes on forever.
Yeah, pretty much. And I got the second issue to Crossover, which is a series I'm massively enjoying. The first issue I thought was a bit of a slow burner, but this issue really got me, and I really liked the idea of this kid that they're going to try and look after, and they've got to try and they're going to try and take it back into the like, what's it called? It's like a force shield thing.
It's like the bubble, isn't it? The
The
bubble.
bubble, yeah. So I like the idea that they're going to try and help her, but the fact is she didn't even come from there. So that's quite a cool little twist that they've dropped in.
Mm-hmm.
The comic deal lads are doing a show on it tonight, aren't they? 9:30, I think.
Yeah.
DMT. But I think they're going to sag it a lot from what I've picked up from James and stuff. But I'm with you, Tom. I'm loving it. For me, I don't read a lot of indie. I know you two are dip your toes in the indie world a lot more than me. You're submerged.
100% been converted. I'm a huge Marvel fan, always have been. But since lockdown and having to read more old school stuff because we hadn't got any new stuff coming out, I ended up going down the independence route. And 100% Boom is my favorite publication at the moment. They've got some of the best stuff. Yeah, 100%. Completely blown up.
The Boom Studios, and they've stopped now, but they used to do WWE books, and they were amazing.
They were pretty good, actually. I've read a couple of those.
But there is one. There's a massive one coming out called The Witch, and that's in. Is it? I think that's there's like a sister publication from Boom Box. I think it's in February. They're taking pre-orders already, so you probably got them on Not Quite Mint coming up. But it's called The Witch, and it looks awesome. It looks
I think Ross Ritchie was saying he was quite excited about that one. There's been quite a lot of hype behind it. I think that's Boombox, which is the same as they did a detective comic that was kind of like a girl was a detective in it and she wanted to be like an FBI agent, and that was from Boombox as well. And it seems to be like the similar line work, artwork and stuff like that. So interesting. But what I like about Boom is they seem to give people a lot of opportunities, like writers and artists, to try different things. And I also like that, like, it's very some of the artwork, like especially like Power Rangers and Seven Secrets, it's like it's got a really punchy story, but yet they've done the artwork in a way that it kind of makes it accessible for everybody. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. While we're on the subject of Power Rangers, I got the Mighty Morphin Dan Mora one.
Look at that Dan Mora.
Yeah, that's an awesome color. The problem is for me is I'm a Mighty Morphin fan only. Like, I literally haven't ventured beyond Mighty Morphin ever. So that is a great cover, but there's probably about 5 characters on there that I actually know.
I bet there's one Mighty Morphin on here, mate. Oh, there is. Sorry, there's 2. I could
say anything, Ben, the run from Boom Studios lately, like Mighty Morphin and it's split up into Power Rangers, is honestly. I
am
so
one
good.
issue in for both, so I am on board. I just need to kind of. I think for me, it takes a while for me to get fanatical about things. You know what I mean? Like I am, like with like Marvel and stuff now. It's like oh god, I can't read. And like tomorrow morning, Mandalorian will be straight on the TV. And I am fanatical about it.
I'm really glad that I've got like a quiet day at work tomorrow, so that's what I'm doing. I hope my boss is working.
I'm nervous.
Insane.
But yeah, no. Crossing over. Did you notice the hand cameos
in Mandalorian?
Crossing over, number 2.
Oh, crossover. No, I didn't notice the hand cameo.
Yeah, not Mandalorian. Like Jar Jar Binks' hands, just like you didn't.
No, I'm
right. If you look in the prison scene, I think it is, where we discover that they've been holding a lot of them, in these camps.
I know what you're talking about.
There does appear to be something that resembles a pair of Spider-Man gloves and also a pair of Batman gloves, I think it is as well. That's the panel. I think, Batman
got Spawn.
And Spider-Man gloves. Or was it Spawn? Yeah.
Do you know, this might be a little bit of trivia for you all. So in issue 10 of Spawn, which actually isn't part of the proper Spawn run, it was written by someone else. And the artwork is done by Todd McFarlane, but the writer did some other character. Anyway, in it, there's a bit where Spawn walks through hell. And as he walks through hell, it's exactly the same panel. And there's people like with all the hands out of the cage. You've got Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. And it was a massive, like, to Marvel and DC from Todd McFarlane.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's a homage. Is that a homage to it then?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing Todd's got a lot to do with this because obviously he's Image, isn't he? But yeah, I mean that I will.
I mean, I guess we still don't know if this is, you know, with Marvel and DC's blessing, and down the line we're going to get an unadulterated, you know what I mean, appearance or something, or whether it is a, you know, and they're just going to be very clever about, you know, avoiding copyright issues. So,
because the thing is in it as well, I'm pretty sure that you get the Things arm as well as one point. Is that right? Yeah. So
but they do mention, like, obviously they mention like Brian K. Vaughan, they mention like Scott Snyder, Robert Kirkman, Chip Zdarsky. So they mention the names, and there's like subtle images like Tom's just shown of Batman and stuff like that. So I mean, is this comic just going to get shut down at issue 5 thinking you ain't got the rights for that? See you later.
Yeah, like, you can't have it. Get out.
It's exciting though, but I think even without the gimmick of dropping names and stuff like that, it's a great story. It's a really interesting twist on the whole, you know, superhero thing. So I'm enjoying it personally.
I thought the ending was great. The ending.
Yeah, with the rat.
Yeah. And the way that they're just talking about she's just a girl, and then
she's like Superman. I get the vibes that this girl is going to be a little bit like what was the name of that film that James Gunn did when it was about the kid he had Superman powers.
Oh, what was he called? It was basically it was like he lived on a farm and everything, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was essentially Superman, but if Superman had powers, they didn't use them for good.
It's the best Superman film that's not called Superman.
Basically, yeah. Best Superman ever, Henry Cavill, though, mate. 100%.
Brightburn, that was it. Brightburn,
that's it. Yeah, good shout.
That was wicked. That was wicked.
I also like that they kill what's his name who writ Saga in this book. They just kill him off.
Straight at the beginning, Brian K. Vaughan.
Yeah. I thought that was great. Just kill off a writer. Why not?
Just get rid of him. Why not?
They clearly all talk, don't they? There's clearly like there's you know, there's in jokes and banter and stuff within all that, I think. So
do you reckon they have like this where like all get together and like have a good old chinwag and a banter, and Donny Cates's like, I'll kill you.
You do say that, right? But Ross Ritchie was saying that he talks to the guys at Marvel all the time, and they float around ideas all the time, and they kind of like, well, we're playing with this and we're doing that. So I guess they must do, because they don't want to tread on each other's toes and stuff like that. But it's obviously going to happen. So I think with something like crossover it's going to have to happen. Like these massive, like you think King in Black was in planning for 2 years. There's obviously going to be some crossover with like Donny Cates and Thor and stuff like that. So I guess they would all talk. I don't know if they'd just go as in depth and sit down and have a chinwag like we're doing, but it's probably like emails floating around saying, right, well, this is what we're touching on. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. So I'd like to think so anyway. I'd like to think all the high honchos just sit here with their Christmas hats on and talk about what they got planned.
Probably got more respect for themselves than wearing Christmas hats. Let's be honest.
Yeah. No, I mean, I bet they all love it. I bet they'll like full on go for it. You know, I bet their jumpers glitter like mine do, but I can't be asked to turn it on.
Did you see Ross Ritchie's Instagram? He got a parcel from Netflix. He got a box from Netflix, and he's wearing a Netflix and chill dressing gown, posing with it, going, and he got his ice cream, his Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
What a legend! Nice. I wish I had his life to a certain extent.
He's had some crazy life, man.
I also got this bad boy, which is the Batman 104.
104. George Jimenez.
You love the concept art.
Barbara Gordon. That is insane.
It's quality.
What was that? That was Batman 104, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's the last one. I haven't got this week's yet. I'm guessing it's coming tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what it is. I've just asked for all these Jimenez covers, and Comic Biz have sorted me out. I mean, they're absolute legends, mate.
Comic Biz do really good work. The only one I bought, I'll give you one guess which Jimenez concept art variant I got.
Number 97.
Yeah, Clan Hunt.
Yeah. I sent mine off to get signed by Jimenez.
Nice.
Scott Collectibles. So I'm excited to get that one back.
So the Jules Jimenez cover is Batman.
That's
going to look like I'm enjoying it. See, I'm a Matina cover collector, really. Like I like the Matina. artwork and stuff.
I think I would have gone for Matina, but when I picked up the Punchline Jimenez one, I was like, "Oh, this is beautiful." And then I think they dropped it online, and I'm one of those people. If they drop online that there's going to be like a set, I'm like, "Oh shit, I've got number one.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just stop at number one now. There's going to be like a set of 20."
I did get the cover of Punchline. I can't remember who drew it, but it's the cover of the call that she's having when she's on the phone to Joker, and you see her lips.
Yeah,
I thought that was a great cover, and she's literally got a dartboard with Harley Quinn's face, and she's throwing a dart, and she's like, "Yeah, they've all bought it. What do you want me to do now?" I thought that was like great to see, like the behind the scenes and cover.
The Joker's getting a series, isn't he? That's the news from this week.
Yeah,
that's one in 45 years.
Well overdue.
Well overdue. Okay, so my last book that isn't part of my not quite mint stuff is a AOK that I got from a friend of mine called Eddie. We're part of a little Facebook group where we chat about comics and stuff, and he sent me an AOK, and I was not expecting it to be what it is. And he sent me the Peach Momoko cover.
That is awesome.
The Clone Wars Battlefront. You can't really see it that well because of the glare.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That's a great cover.
But it's absolutely stunning. I mean, I've already got this, but I haven't got it at CGC, and I was going to send mine off to get CGC. So I'm really chuffed that I own one now that's been slabbed that can't get damaged. Because it's like an art piece.
Yeah. And a 9.6 as well. That's good, right?
9.6, yeah. It's one off what you would want, which is a 9.8, but I'm happy with the 9.6. 9.8 more if you want to buy it.
9.6 is fine. Shut up.
Oh, yeah, sorry. All right, Mr. What do you, Professor CGC?
Oh gosh! Are you still posting those videos?
Yeah, we're still going out every Saturday for a bit. But Rich texted me yesterday to tell me that the books, or yes, it might have been today, that the books have now been fully graded. So we'll be having them back shortly, and we can do the unboxing and discuss and stuff.
I never thought I'd be excited to do that, but I am excited to do that.
What about you, Geeky? Do you do CGCs or not?
I've got 3 CGCs. I've only got 3. I
thought you had a lot more than that.
I want to get. Well, actually, no. I've got 4. Sorry, I've got Harley Quinn Little Black Book, which is the 9.6. I've got Spider Gwen 9.8, and Batman the Leob, Lee and Williams cover where Superman's holding Batman by the throat. That's a 9.6. It's just, do you know what? Ages ago, I just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, the form was so confusing. And it's only recently where for 30 odd quid, you can take it to a place in space and they'll do it for you. But do you know what I found really helpful is Andy's, like his CGC update thing where he shows you how to do it and stuff like that. Then you've got your guys. So I enjoy watching his. And then on the flip side, I've got your guys coming back and I'm like, oh my God, I'm as anxious as you are.
I tell you what, mate, I didn't get into it until Rich started doing it.
Yeah.
And it's addictive because you just want to, it's a bit of a gamble because you send it off hoping you're going to get a 9.8 and it comes back as like a 9.4 or a 9 or a 9, whatever. And you're like, shit. But when it goes off and comes back as 9.8, you get so excited. You're like a kid at Christmas. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
I just think there's a gap in the market for a company to slab your books in exactly the same way, you know, with the little screws in the corner and it's pressed and everything like that, like completely enclosed in a slab, protected, but without the CGC grading thing on the top. It's just plain. Do you know what I mean? It's just slabbed plain. I definitely think there's a gap in them because someone like me, I don't need the grade. Yeah, but I want to protect the book.
But there's a
extremity sort of thing.
There's a guy on Facebook, right? So you know the top loaders that I've got behind me. Yeah. He's doing the attachment things on top of it, and you can custom make what you want to put in it and stuff like that. So I might, like, as Ben said, I'm not really into the grades. Like if I've got a comic, I don't care if it's a 1.2 or a 3.5 or whatever. You get a 9.8, you're like, yeah, that's great. But the top loaders, I just want to keep my comics safe. I just want to keep them safe. And if a way you can do that, like that's why I've got some of them up on the wall because they're out of reach and I know they're safe, like in my long boxes and stuff. But the reason why I didn't get into CGC that much was because one of the money element, it was becoming, if I'm sending off 10 comics, that's like 300 quid. Do you know what I mean? That's a lot of money. Whereas if you get the top loaders, you pick up 10 of them on eBay, Amazon and stuff like that, and then get the things that go on top of it. It's a cheaper option and it does just the same thing.
Yeah, GP's just mentioned Data Guard, which is something I was going to mention. They do what you want Ben.
Yeah.
Okay, I will check out Gated Guard. Thank you very much, Pete.
Awesome. I'm just going to run through these really quickly, but these are some of the things that actually came that are now in stock at Not Quite Mint. So you've got the King in Black issue 1.
You mentioned that there could have been something hiding in that black light. It's
a black light cover, yeah. I mean, I need to turn off all the lights and get an actual black light to find out. But apparently there is something hidden, yeah.
I've got a black light. I've got a black light torch. If you want to send me one, I'll let you know what it is.
Of course you have.
I'll send you one.
I've got one for my glow in the dark pops.
Yeah,
and then I got
and your whole basement full of weed.
Your basement full of why not? Why would you not have a basement full of weed?
Let the boy out of Croydon.
The house that we live in, right, that we bought a couple of years ago. Every time we go out and come back into this studio, it always smells of weed. And then it wasn't until about 2 months ago, our neighbor was chatting away to us. He's like, "Oh yeah, your house years and years ago used to be a drug den." And I'm like, "Great. It's probably under the floorboards and I can smell it when I come in the room."
Have you had a look?
Why you slept so well?
I'm going to now, though.
Look.
Dig it all up and see what I can find.
Go for it. But them covers, they're quality. That virgin cover you got there.
Yeah, this one, yeah. I think what the black light's going to do is make the blue bits kind of stand out when you turn off the lights.
Yeah.
Or maybe just...
it might show Mr. Manhattan. It might show Dr. Manhattan's dingaling.
Yeah, there was always that. I mean, it depends where it might be in this picture. I mean,
it might show his
dark light for that.
It might show his Diggly Bell end.
Might show his Dingley Bell end, yeah. Don't forget to smash that Dingley Bell. Right. I've also got these bad boys, which is the Batman Catwoman Jim Lee variants. So you've got the black and white one and then the standard trade dress.
Couldn't get into that first book, you know.
No, nor could I.
Couldn't get into it. I really loved the artwork and there were some moments that were like really sexy. But I couldn't get into it. No, because sexy is all right. I think people are shy sometimes to enjoy sexy, but like I like a sexy moment in a comic. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. And there's a show that recently. There's a show called Normal People. Have you seen it?
No, mate.
It's so sexy, and it's like the first thing for a while where it's like you don't have to be ashamed to enjoy it because it's sexy. Anyway, move on before I
move on. Anyway,
weird.
If you guys are interested in a brand spanking new book of a superhero, I'd definitely check out Upshot. Erratic.
Yeah.
These are the John Boy Myers covers. These are the only other exclusives out there for this. Like, there are no exclusive covers for this apart from these ones. But this is a great series. I read issue 1. I loved it. I'm definitely going to continue to read it. It was really cool that he only gets his powers for, I think it's like 10 minutes, possibly.
Yeah, it's on my read list. Definitely.
Yeah. So basically, his powers, the way his powers work is he gets 10 minutes for every 24 hours. He has to be very careful how he uses the powers during those 24 hours to save people and whatever he does. And the way it goes is really cool.
That is that's a great idea. That's very original and really annoying as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be raging.
If you're mid thing and you're like, oh shit, I'm off.
Well, the first panel in the book is him jumping off a building to save someone.
I'm going to read it.
All right. Sorry, it's not a spoiler. It's just...
Is he jumping off the same building that Eddie Brock's falling off? That they like?
I think he's trying to say that. Yeah, pretty sure it's...
Then that's fine, because it'll take a whole book to hit the floor.
That's all right. That's fine. I can jump on that. But yeah, no, I've heard good things about that. And again, it's indie. Other than a few comics from Marvel and DC, indie are the ones at the forefront. They're the ones that people are kind of talking about at the moment. And Erratic is one of the ones I've heard good things about.
Yeah, it is a good comic, mate. I really, really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone that wants to get a new series to do with superheroes, but isn't like the standard superheroes kind of series.
Yeah, and that's from Upshot, isn't it?
Upshot, yeah, Upshot, AWA, Upshot.
AWA. It's the same people that did Year Zero.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's on Volume 2, Issue 2, which was really confusing.
Yeah, Volume 2, Issue 2.
Yeah, because there was no thing behind that. It was like Year Zero, #1 was like massive. It sold out stupidly. It was flipping on eBay. But then they brought out Volume 2, Issue 1, kind of flew under the radar. But that's been a good read.
Yeah, I've not read that one. So would you recommend that? The Year Zero?
It's kind of a cross between Walking Dead and what was the other show that they did? The Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead. And then did you ever see the Train to Busan?
No.
Oh, I've heard of it.
That's like a zombie apocalyptic film. It's all in subtitles. It's all in Japanese and stuff. Great film, but it's kind of a cross between if the world was to end and there was people that could create this cult that would counteract everything, but then obviously there's a subplot within that. It was wicked. I thought it was really, really good. And obviously you've got the Walking Dead comics that are out now, the deluxe editions and stuff like that. So it kind of ties into that, but it's totally different. Like you kind of see it from a different point of view. The artwork's great. But one comic I've been reading is Stillwater. Stillwater's been, I've loved that.
Mate, Stillwater is great. And the idea of it is cool. Like, I love the idea, like, that only the people with, actually, just in case no one's actually read it, I'd go and read issue 1. It is well worth it. The concept behind it is great.
That's Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah, Chip Zdarsky, yeah. Because he's doing the current Daredevil run, is it?
Yeah. And it is. See, so you guys maybe confirm this, right? So obviously Daredevil 25 came out 2 weeks ago, yeah? Massive thing,
Hey,
like Elektra.
Look at me, mate.
Elektra, I'll talk to Ben then. Elektra was her first appearance as Daredevil, right? But then King in Black came out the same time, and in one of the panels, she's there as Daredevil. Now, where's the first appearance? Does it go on print issue or does it go on release?
I don't know, mate, but I think because it's just a very small
cameo,
that would be her cameo in King in Black. Whereas in the Daredevil, it's like a full appearance and she jumps off the building.
Yeah, look, Ben's going to open it up now, and I'm going to have to go.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know she was in it.
Yeah, mate.
I spotted it. I think it is in. I'm going to go back and find. Where is it?
There you go. I was about to ask you what Train to Busan was, but Jason has come in and saved your bacon, mate.
Train to Busan is awesome. I think it's on page 18, Ben.
18.
Or page... Yeah,
JP, while you're talking, whilst you're here, Rich texted me this morning to tell me that the CGC comics are on their way back, so we'll probably get in contact with
have a look at
a show.
Page 18 behind Luke Cage. She's standing there behind Luke Cage and Captain Marvel. This magnificent.
He's in there, mate.
Yeah. I see it.
How cool is that?
Let's try.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Can we see?
That's pretty cool. There she is.
I can't see it.
No, the other side.
Oh yeah. No, I've got her.
Yeah.
There she is. There
we go. That's cool. I didn't know that. I would say, I still think it's the print appearance, isn't it? It's the official first appearance. But that's a really nice little bit of cheeky trivia to have there.
Oh yeah. Bit of cheeky trivia, mate. We're full of it tonight. So we've got a cheeky trivia to tell you that she makes an appearance in King of Black. We've told you about issue 10 of Spawn being homaged in crossover issue 2. You know, what more do you want from the channel?
We've got Harley Quinn wearing a sexy black and white outfit for issue 5.
Yeah.
This is the place to be for exclusives that aren't quite exclusives. But if you're lazy and you didn't know them yet, we're here to tell you.
So make sure you subscribe and smash that dingly bell.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling, hit it hard.
So, guys, I think we're probably going to wrap up now. So, Geeky, do you want to tell everyone what's coming up on your show?
So, my show is at 9 o'clock tonight. I've got a good friend of Tom's, actually, Livio Ramondelli. He's the artist for Transformers, does loads of work for IDW, does some concept art, and he also created a pretty decent comic called The Kill Lock. So I'm going to be interviewing him in an hour GMT. So if you are free, make sure you do check it out. And then obviously I've got my top releases comics coming out at 12 o'clock on Monday, which I've kind of got into a schedule now. So I'm pretty happy about that. That comes out every Monday.
It's worth it. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite videos on YouTube.
It's pretty decent. I enjoy it. It takes a lot.
Talking to lazy people, it's great because I'm too lazy to actually search what's coming out. So I just watch that and I then know.
But that's what it's there for, and I enjoy doing it for you guys. It does take a while to do it, but it's all good. And then obviously I've got the Christmas Bonanza the 20th episode, like, which is mental, the 20th episode of the Killer Comic Show next Wednesday. So make sure, so make sure you all tune in for that. But yeah, that's pretty much that's me until next year now.
Awesome. So guys, if you're not subscribed to Geeky's channel, then please head over and subscribe to his channel, give him a cheeky like, and hit his dingley bell so you can see all of his content. Ben, do you want to tell people what's going on your Instagram?
Yeah, my YouTube is currently kind of on ice. Thanks, Mr. Freeze. Yeah, so
everybody, Bill.
Everything I'm doing is on Instagram now. So head over to @AttentionSeekingGeek, and I post daily comic book acquisitions and various kind of strange photoshops of my favorite subject matter, myself. So yes, please do check that out. Give us a follow.
Yeah, it is good content. I like what you're doing. I like your Photoshop skills, mate.
Content.
Very good. Very cool. And Thomas, what have you got planned?
Well, I have got planned. As far as I know, I think we're dropping an unboxing video on Saturday. And I do believe we'll be doing our key show on Tuesday next week. And then I don't know what we're doing after that. I think we've got a birthday show coming up in January. But make sure you hit the dingly bell for Not Quite Mint, because in the new year, we've got some really cool stuff. And I've been obsessing with After Effects motion graphics. We've got some pretty cool stuff coming. I'm going to drop there's going to be a Not Quite Mint announcement for the website at the end of this video. So stick around so you get to see that little teeny weeny bit. It's about a minute long. So anyway.
We're going to see a teeny weeny Tom.
A teeny weeny Tom, mate. Yeah. Just my little dingly bell that you have to smash.
Nice. I'm definitely standing around for that.
All right, cool. Well, that's it then, guys. Have you got anything else you want to talk about, or are we cool? We done?
We're all cool. I'm good.
Yeah, not for you. I'll save it for the psychiatrist.
Save it for our psychiatrist. Well, then, guys, that's it. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to everyone's channel, and definitely go and check out Ben's Instagram. Check us all out on Instagram, actually. So, yeah, stay safe, guys. Stay sexy, and see ya.
See ya.